Good Morgan, friends. Let's go back a little bit. I don't want to be like off the screen. Let's see. I'll turn the music up a tiny bit. Hey Maddie, how's it going? Alright, where do I go? Just crowning around. I'm going over here. Alright. But it's any moment now. Must know, we soon be making for Blunderville. I'm expected a few rounds of organized chaos. You have heard of it, no? To any surprise, Gold Tossers once again deign to be a big dreamer now. They offer a host of precarious obstacle courses which they refer to as shows and lavish prizes. If you find something a little more thrilling in the cards and Cactbox perhaps you might find it to your liking. So you could curiously dressed man named Wine, he shall guide you to Blunderville Square. You can play Mahjong? I'll raise you in Doma, though it seems the Gold Tosser clientele struggle to wrap their feeble minds around its intricacies. Alright, anyway. Hello. It is interesting that it's like Final Fantasy XIV has a Fall Guys crossover. Like, I get the crossover thing, but like, if you put the entire game in a different game, doesn't that keep people from wanting to play the main game? I guess once this event's over, you'd have to go and play actual Fall Guys. But also, the Fall Guys theme is a jam. Blunderville instead of Battle Royale obstacles. 24 challengers. Very next challenge. Challengers tasks overcoming 3 particularly tricky courses. Should you bumble and stumble your way to the last round, you two shall have a chance of claiming the coveted crown. Give you quite a lot to take in. What are those strange creatures wandering around? Our diminutive friends are known as the Beans. Their curious coloration and delightful charms inspired us to construct this very hall, and our shows, of course, with creative abandon. We know not where they originated from, but we recently discovered these little ones wandering around the golden saucer. Their round physiques are reminiscent of legumes, so he called them the beans. Be they void center seedkin or something else entirely, they are adorably inquisitive creatures. You simply must hear them hoot and holler about the halls. You have no idea what they're attempting to say, mind you, but it all sounds quite precious. On the other hand, you might be surprised to learn that the new Master Goldbert Mandeville, proprietor of the Gold Saucer, was his first attempt communication with the beans. I'm told they found his hearty laughter, muscular mannerisms most endearing. Thanks to his efforts, we found common ground with them. In return, they grew comfortable enough to show off their unique proclivities, such as racing through every obstacle that comes their way. They may be a tad clumsy, but with the spirit of competition that lives within them is a force to be reckoned with. Master Mandeville was moved by these displays, and he immediately ordered the construction of this whimsical hall, that his new friends might have a place to frolic and play with others. Forgive me, was I rambling? In any case, that, my good man, is how Blunderville came to be. You're more than welcome to take on our shows by yourself, or with an entire alliance of companions, if you wish. Once you made your preparations to get the register, we'll escort you to the showroom. Well, that covers the basics, but if you have any other burning questions about what to ask on the way, I'll be pleased to assist you. Wish you luck out there. Oh, shit. What was left? Ah, fuck. Okay. I get it. Alright, I'm learning things. I'm good at this. What? Wait. Okay, so do I have to be looking left? Oh, I see. Okay, it makes me go left, so I should be okay. Good to know. I am absolutely losing this round. There we go, I've done it. I'm okay. Ah, fuck. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. We'll try again. Oh, wait. Oh, no, we're still in? I thought that it was, like, you have to try each round. Oh, you've been eliminated. Oh, okay, yeah. How do I don't want to spectate. I want to leave. I can't play climber plays here. At the very least, I want to get the music roll for this, even though I don't have a house. Oh shit! No! Oh. Okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. We're good. Ooh. Everything's fine. Oh god! The beginning again? Okay, cool. Fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it! Fuck. Yes, okay. Fuck! Yay! I'm good at video games. Okay, blue. Oh, what? Oh, I have to jump. Do I have to jump? I'm not really sure how much I enjoy the Fall Guys. Okay, there we go. Ah! Shit. There we go. There we go. I got it. Manderville Mountain. Good. It pushed me onto the right side. Shit. Shit. I don't know if I want the crown. Black dye, I know, is supposed to be super valuable. I kind of want everybody falls. Anyway, though, I need to go... back to the Crucerium. This is where I need to go. All right, let's continue actual story things. I could have just warped out of the city. Actually, I realize we're from the Aetherite. That would have made more sense. There you go. Also, I could be riding my Chocolo too. Curious, do I have enough points to upgrade something for him? No. Nope, stop. I'm not gonna bother with you. I have a small lad to talk to. Oh, glad you found the place all right. Now for the prey. That'll do. Take a deep breath and... Hey, come here, your mother was a hobgoblin and you ain't much to look at neither. Come here and face me, you craven shite. I like the, Oh. Though Gyat lies prone, the creature appears indisposed to cease its rampage. It seems that it'll have to be dealt with. What? No. There. Don't leave me alone. That wasn't so bad. I reckon that I broke through. So ribs, at least one femur there, but my bones feel just fine now, better than before, actually. And that beast gave you no trouble. Seems that you're just what I'm looking for after all. We can talk about the respective Starium over a drink or three. The folks at the Wandering Stairs know how to keep them coming. Meet me there. And nothing like a flagon ale after a well-earned victory. You didn't do anything! I didn't say it was my victory, of course. I did find myself a partner of uncommon skill, so maybe it was. Whatever you want to call what we just did, doing it helped us understand each other, sure enough. And I've seen you a masterful fighter, and you learned that I'm a fearsome as stone. And, so a fellowship is forged. Now, I'm sure you won't get yourself killed. I can tell you about the Sin Eater I'm after. It's one of the so-called cardinal virtues. Sophrosyne, and it's a nasty piece of work. Each of the virtues looks like one of those fools who brought the flood upon us, but this one takes after the worst of the bunch, Lamit, disgrace to all dwarven kind. Knowing that one of our own people was a warrior of light is bad enough, but Sophrosyne being out there looking dwarf-like, well, it wouldn't help matters. Cursed thing. Council of Elders, they don't want to live with the shame of Lamit's sins no more, so the head of the council, the eldermost elder, stay with me here, gave me this job to hunt down Sophrosyne, slay it, see that we don't need to keep sullying our good name. I'm our strongest warrior, so if anyone's gonna do it, it has to be me. That's fine. I'm more up for a contest of might. The problem I'm having, though, is Sophrosyne keeps healing itself, and, well, it's deeply annoying. I suppose it's because Lamit herself is some kind of master of the art, but Sophrosyne's healing is so powerful, no matter how hard I whack it, I can't leave a scratch. To make matters worse, it also flies around, carefree as you please, resurrecting other Sin Eaters. We'll be up to our eyeballs in him forever if we can't do something about the curative powers. That's where you come in, right? Lamit doesn't deserve your scorn, you know. Listen, I know you have your own ways, and that's just fine, but whether you care much for dwarven honor or not, you have to agree that a Sin Eater that can raise his fellows from the grave is a danger to us all. As for Lamit, you should know that being a dwarf is about respecting tradition, and she never did. Never. You may not have heard, but the tales say Lamit roamed the land without her helm. She willingly showed her face to those who weren't kin. She knew full well that it would dishonor her, and us all, and she did it anyway. Then there's the part about bringing doom upon the world. Not one of our taboos, really, but it's generally frowned upon. and now she's back, face bare to the world, and a Sin Eater. What could make a dwarf go so wrong? I like how bringing doom upon the world is not the worst thing that she has done. But we have ale to drink and Sin Eaters to hunt. In that order. You've, healed my body, sure enough, but I'll need a few more flagons to restore my vigor. And by a few, I mean about 100. Come and find me later. Alright, look at me. You have something to say? Got you, eh? Of course I remember my new partner. I ain't drunk neither. I'm a dwarf. It'll take more than however much I had to get me under the table. And now you know one more thing about me. This will only strengthen our fellowship, I'm sure. But we'll need more than just a sense of camaraderie if we're to take down Sophrosyne. I'm thinking we should start with observation, get you a look at its healing powers, see what we're dealing with. Is that, am I pronouncing it correctly, Sophrosyne? The ancient Greek concept of an ideal of excellence of character and soundness of mind. How do I, where's the, I'd like a button that explains to me how to pronounce it.
Sophrosyne. Sophrosyne.
Sophrosyne. I'm pronouncing it incorrectly.
Sophrosyne.
Sophrosiny. Okay. Good to know. Now, this is the perfect place to overhear the right sort of information. If you listen, don't get the wrong idea, and don't let it get in the way of no important drinking, but I do pay attention. I don't let it get in the way of no important drinking, but I do pay attention. What I heard is Sophrosiny's been spotted in Calusia. Then I remember there's a little pub over in Stilltide, the Leaky Keel it's called, and they made a decent brew. Some folks over there should be able to point us in the right direction. I know you mean the murderous stare. I know what you're thinking. That Gyo, you think to yourself, always drinking and lounging about drinking some more. What a sluggard, what a drunkard, what a magnificent beard. Oh, I wish I had a beard like that. Yes, I know, you don't need to explain yourself to me. Really should work on finding your sense of humor. Maybe you deal with that after Sophrosiny. It might take a while. Anyway, you'll be happy to hear that while I was waiting, I got my hands on some prime information. Also some excellent wine, which... No, information first. So according to local fisherfolk, quite a few sin eaters have turned up near the Bright Cliff lately. I suggest we go there and kill as many as we can find. We can't say for sure whether Sophrosiny will appear next, but if it's in the area, it won't pass up a chance to revive its fallen friends, right? While we're at it, you can vet some of the pent-up rage you got. Don't need to be petty, so long as it gets the job done. Just make sure to find me again before Sophrosiny shows up, you hear? It's so weird not being in DPS. That should do it. Now we wait to see if Sephrosiny shows itself. Yeah, over in those bushes, I'd say. And I've got wine right here. These aren't bushes, these are rocks. I know you're drunk, but are you that drunk? That's it. Don't their bodies normally disappear? See, it revived another one. Hey, what's wrong? Sorry, I'm having a plot headache. They happen sometimes. What a lonely place to die. The world outside's even worse than I feared. Oh, Ardbert. You're alive? Why didn't you say so? Can't do much for the dead, but the living, that's a whole other matter. Can't believe it. All my wounds are healed. Thank you, kind stranger. Sure are lucky that I passed by. You really might have died, you know. You have no argument for me. I was a fool. I thought that the hobgoblin I was after might have friends in lying in wait. Had never so much as crossed my mind. I shouldn't have been out here alone. If they're matched to keep me fighting, though, their numbers wouldn't be such a problem. What do you say? You don't look to have a party of your own yet. I could certainly use a man like you at my side. I'm no man, you unripened gourd. Why, I'll never be so insulted in all my life. Tell you what, I'll tell you what's what. I'm Lammet, proud daughter of the Thal family, and if I catch you mocking me again, I'll put you right back the way I found you, you hear? Yes, ma'am, I certainly didn't mean to offend. The beard misled me, you see. And that's that. Look, Ardbert treasure. Certainly look like a hero. Now let's see you act like one. Hello? Hey, you honest lout, half-empty flagon, mangy pox bear. Your mother was a hob and your face looks like a newborn's arse. That was colorful. Straight face as always. A refreshing round of insults always cheers me up, but I'm starting to wonder if you have as much trouble with fun as you do with jokes. Are you sure your mother ain't a hob? Ah, fine, never mind. At least we got what we came for. And you didn't miss much. After Sophrosine brought the other eater back to life, they both floated off to who knows where. What happened to you? You saw Sophrosine? No, the real Lammet's past? I knew you'd have some kind of weird power. Sounds to me like what you witnessed was the beginning of Lammet's journey right after she left home. It's odd. You said that she was wearing a helm and she helped out that injured traveler just like any dwarf of honor would do. Maybe she wasn't born a monster, but then... Don't sit right with me neither, but standing around wondering about it won't do anything but make us thirsty. We're done here. Let's go back to the Crystarium. I think it's just a... I don't want to say a history is written by the victors situation, but, like... They did bring about the Flood of Light, so, like, history will have told their story as if they are the villains. And it's been over 100 years at this point since that whole debacle happened, so, like, nobody's gonna remember the actual ones. I did stuff this time, you saw. And you also saw Sophrosine's, Sophrosiny. Sophrosiny. I went back to saying Sophrosine. It's Sophrosiny. Right?
Sophrosiny.
Sophrosiny. It's Sophrosiny. You saw Sophrosiny work its magic, but since you didn't haven't said nothing about it yet, I'm guessing you didn't have no sudden revelations about how to stop it. Don't worry, I didn't expect you to solve the whole problem just like that. I only need you to remember what you saw today. Keep it in your mind, then maybe something will come to you when you're working your magic elsewhere. Me, I like to think while I drink. It's the most efficient way. So you can, find me here if you need me. I'll let you know when we have a plan. Oh, I love that. Lolly-ho, looks like you've been training hard. In fact, your muscles are so much bigger, it's almost like there's 3 of you. Joking, as you know, but you do seem stronger. I don't suppose you came up with a clever plan for stopping Sophrosiny while you're at it. Don't worry, I have another test in mind that'll get us some more information. Then we'll be better off to, better set to think of something. We'll be killing Sin Eaters again, but this time you're healing them. Well, trying to, anyhow. I don't expect it to work. Sin Eaters ain't like us, or like any sort of normal creature. But by seeing your healing magic fail to heal him, we should learn why it doesn't work, and then maybe we can figure out what's the difference about Sophrosiny. I've heard folks passing through the that stray Sin Eaters find their way into Amareng pretty often. Meet me at Mordensook and be ready for carnage. You know, I heard the liquor here ain't fit to drink, but it's not that bad. Gets the job done with a real kick. I know what you're thinking. That Giot always downing another, one ale or another, you think to yourself, and so good at it too. I'm uncontrollably jealous. I can't take it anymore, and so you weep on the inside. I'm sympathetic, I am, but my drinking is important. No, indispensable. Dwarves get fiercer the more they drink. Really fuels the fire within. I can see you don't believe me. Fine, you leave me no choice. I'll show you. I'll go on ahead and dice some Sin Eaters in the time it takes you to finish off this, this Mord Swill in here. Just gulp that down and come find me, southeast of here. You'll see. Investigate the Mord Swill. Half-finished bottle of alcohol, apparently purchased by Giot, sits on the mat. The local concoction within is deep brown, and from within wafts a stench that can only be described as atrocious. Oh, hells no. Feeling of foreboding be it the effect of the echo or something more instinctual overpowers you. With so much as look at the overpowers you when you so much look at the contents of this bottle. You decide to abstain and make an excuse to tell Giot later. Only a Mord enjoy our brew. No one else ever drinks as much as that dwarf. Your average senior is no match for me, not with the power of tradition and alcohol on my side. The power of tradition and alcohol is almost as powerful as the power of God in anime. As a matter of fact, I put down another before I got around to this one here, but I did a job a bit too well, really mangled the thing. It was pretty gross, flattened in all the wrong places with bits poking out and the like, so I got it out of here. Anyway, you get the idea. I drink a lot. I kill stuff. You have to admit, it's an efficient strategy. And now that we've got our senior patient, we can try your healing on it. Go on. Oh, I don't have to actually cast a spell, I just need to... As you thought, nothing. Did you figure out the why of it? I think it was never really alive to begin with. You're right on that one. Seniors may look like people or beasts, but it's like they're just pretending. They're not truly alive. Only the light drives them, keeps them going like winding an automaton. And healing magic ain't meant for restoring life to something that didn't have none to begin with. But if Sephrosony's power ain't like healing magic we know, what is it? Necromancy? I also wonder why it don't come and revive this one. Is it just too far away to take notice? Then again, I never heard tell of it appearing at Holminster Switch neither, and so many seniors got killed there that you'd think it would take note eventually. So why only resurrect some Sin Eaters and not others? It's all too much thinking, not enough drinking. To the Crystarium! I'm confused because in cutscenes, they do visibly, like, explode into ether when they die. Do they always leave corpses behind, or is it just, like, if you beat the shit out of them well enough, they explode? Moored stuff's alright, but here's fine ale. At least that's what my body tells me. I always listen. That's how I keep my muscles primed and my spirits high. Speaking of, would it kill you to relax a little? Being so serious all the time can't be good for you, and the silent staring just makes you seem morose. We won't kill Sephrosony any faster for not drinking, that's for sure. Nothing comes easy to sober folks. And that's why I need a few more of me before I can really get to work figuring out why Sephrosony does what it does. I keep feeling like I'm missing something obvious. In order to undertake this quest, you must first complete the main scenario quest Into the Wood. Okay. Alright, let's... Alright, let's go and do the main quest. I have to go back to the... Here we go. Begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Yulmore has dispatched its military into Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarchs and the Ocular deliberating a response.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands. Laxon Loft, here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would. Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish. Enter. Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmore's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthry, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmore's mercy, promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Why didn't we? We could have just tried to kill the man right there.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmor's army since before Vorthri's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmor chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmor has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia. It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmor before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
I'm sorry, generations of Minfilias?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He will be able to enlighten you. Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right, though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Okay, I just warp there. If you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are unloaded and present. They're experiencing quite a surge in popularity. You wish to learn about the Oracle of Light, then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I've finished off with some outstanding tasks, that is, while I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book, The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject of the matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone interested in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself, the book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, everything is not always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck. As of yet. Oh, that's a player character. That was an NPC. Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. Book, is it? Yep. Happy to say I finished all pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, you can begin learning at once. Without further ado, then. Not 100 years ago, when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrant, just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance, a maiden with hair spun of gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When Sin Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Vobert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair spun of gold and eyes of clear sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came likewise to be called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Eorzea army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her word, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes and the selfsame hair and those selfsame powers. She too took the name Minfilia, she too fought the Sin Eaters as a soldier of Eorzea, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By the valor and sacrifice these women have saved Norvrant on numerous occasions, and were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant to the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Yulmarian army some 10 years ago and taken into their care. Or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name. For by that time, under Lord Vothri's rule, Yulmor had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in the Yulmorians' best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp on Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Loren. Might I trouble you for a word? Outside. Where's the outside? Where do I outside? Here. Ha! Maybe. As you've already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Hydaelyn's emissary to halt the Flood of Light. It can only be her that the people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean that they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubts that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain that he will not just stand idly by. There you go again, talking in a roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Hydaelyn's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right? One's generally been enough, but fine. So you've made up your minds. Exarch, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Yulmorian forces at Laxenloft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain that they will move her to Yulmor ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of Crystarium.
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. "'Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you." My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. there is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmore a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Yulmore's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions. The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost, but even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmore's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Yulmore wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Very good. See to your preparations.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Join the guard, but however highly Exarch thinks of you, you will receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Where's your salute, soldier? Better. More spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempts, certainly. Now first things first, you'll need uniforms. Go to the Crystalline Mean and report to Catlish Shosi you measured and fitted. Ethernet. There's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see you look your dashing best for your first outing. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid we haven't don't have anything on hand that's already fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well. Then see to it and have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I should take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy Amaro to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit? Correct. The unit will be divided into two contingents, one deploying from Fort Job and the other from Allstall Imperative. You and Alphino will join the former. Missing, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chesamil at the Spraggic. She will inform you, issue the serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend. We'll see you in the field. It's quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of the Amaro from the Rookery after you have collected the serum, of course. Up here. I still don't entirely know my way around this town, and it doesn't help that there's like 20 different layers to it. Yes, sweetie, there's something you need. Oh, one of the guard come for your dram, are you? Here you go. This will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, this is your first time, I should warn you. It's bitter as sin. Prince's kiss, they call it, but he asked me it should be Crone's kiss. Jest aside, this stuff is really foul. Those people gag like there's no tomorrow, but you don't. If you don't drain every last drop, you'll be liable to end up taking a trip to dreamland yourself. So I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old Crone a kiss. Well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. While I didn't know any better, I'd say you enjoyed it. Now you don't need to fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care that you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. Amara to take you to the Imperative, huh? As much as I would like to oblige, our mounts are all reserved for the coming operation if you're up to go by foot. Wait, there might be another way, assuming you're willing to lend a hand. I was about to deliver an Amaro to Radiska's Round, one of the locations whence the beast will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the Imperative. If near enough is good enough for you, you may make the delivery in my stead. I shall ready tomorrow for departure at once. Radiska's Round to the north and west. You can take the road or you can fly. It's up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry and she'll give you further instructions. You should be, if you should be separated from the Amaro, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the Rookery. That's all. Orb. Wait, what? But I did that. I just wanted to grab the... Oh, I should... Fuck. God damn. Okay. Well... He said I could walk. But I hopped off the thing like 4 feet from the lady. Oh well. Should have gotten the orb afterwards. Alright, there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we require here. Instead, this one is go to the Imperator to the west. Okay. Encounter trouble along the path, return here and I'll set you right ways. Okay, cool. Last tomorrow. Thanks, my friend. You may leave the beast with me. I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? So that's the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to Ostal Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. The first thing you'll want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. Now, the first thing I'll want to do is attune to the Aetheryte. There we go. Seems that rather than Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. I'll not thank you. I cook on my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. In readiness for the operation, the Amaro will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you know, however, it's not pleasant in order to coax them into taking it or sprinkled it on their fodder. All that remains is to feed it to them, a task I am sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder for the Amaro and launch and see to 4 of the beasts. Dismissed. Oh, there's an orb there too. What does quest sync mean? I'm assuming that my level goes down with it. There you go. Okie dokie. Those have already been dosed, so we need not fear any of our mounts succumbing to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of preparations. Time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment atop the main watchtower. I'll send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That's all. May night smile upon us. It's gonna go up here. Da, 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 da. Am I... Okay, yeah. I am in the right spot. Operations about to commence. Stand ready. Apparition, some of your gear will be glamored, your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Let's proceed.
Keep moving.
Oh, I don't have auto.
What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
You're gonna be... Sound the alarm!
Captain, the powder has taken effect.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
So I have a problem with, I think this armor looks really cool, but I hate anything that has a cape because my tail just clips right through it. Close to the wall. We're going this way. Okay. I don't, it just doesn't look right. May boast the world's largest army, but woman for woman, we are no less mighty.
Leave this to me.
We'll hold them here. Okay. All these soldiers cannot have fit on this singular airship. Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct, we've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made from the same specifications as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. Why don't we just steal the airship? Why, like, we could just steal the airship, fly it back to the Crystarium. I'm fair. Oh, it can't be that hard. Brazen thieves. We're kidnappers, thank you very much. Probably fine. Stop. We're fine. Everything's Daijobu desu. Oh, that's not that great. Stop. Stop, please stop. I don't like how slow it is taking his health bar to go. Die, please. Evolve. Daijobu.
It's over.
Is this just an unwinnable boss fight? It's just an unwinnable boss fight.
You, boy. You bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks. By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
Tancred!
Thancred?
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
And what if I am?
What? Pathetic. Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
This man fucking kicked a sword to parry it. Pull the trigger, blow his fingers off. Yeah, you have sword gun. What's the point of having sword gun if you're not going to use the gun part of sword gun?
Break!
fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmore dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the Fairy Kingdom.
To think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds. Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the Source to the First? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already.
It's always...
And again, with a soul such as that.
That's how you know he's possessed by an Ascian. I mean, they already told us, but like he's looming from a high vantage point.
There is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
It's always from like a rooftop or a cliff or like... You know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna sit here and be upset that the heroes are doing things.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Why, it only feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Yulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
In Eorzea has called this place home for a while now. Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Urianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Ulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish two things. First, rendezvous with Urianger. And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
You. The hero from another world. I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close, and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore. And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Come now, put away that frown and have some fun with us. Yes, let us have some fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I can't. Why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
No, we're playing, in our, Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, my character's a Fey Warlock to his fairy godmother. And, like, I'm very... So, like, we're in the Feywild now, and he was raised with an Archfey as his godmother, so, like, he's aware that, like, you don't ask them for things. Like, whenever he's talking to her, I'm very, he's very, like, insistent on making leading statements, not asking questions. And, like, my party members will brazenly just ask her stuff. And he's like, no, please don't phrase things in the form of a question. Please don't, like, don't do anything that would make it seem like she's my godmother and she loves me, but like, please don't do anything that could be perceived as making you indebted to her. And, like, she didn't want my character to go on the adventure because the big thing with Wild Beyond the Witchlight is the Fey realm that you go to, you can't leave once you enter it unless you get approval from the ruler to leave. So I'd be stuck there, and she didn't want me to go there. And one of my party members is like, don't worry, I'll be by his side the entire time, I promise. And I'm like, why did you say you promise? And now I'm constantly angsting about, like, how far away from me can he be? If I'm worried about me dying, not because I don't want to die, but because some shit's gonna happen to him if I die, and he doesn't fulfill that promise. It's a fairy kingdom as one might expect is home to the Fey folk. The most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe that you're somewhere that you're not. And we are now, I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. As it stands, we cannot hope to find a way, the way to In Eorzea. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. From what I could make of the voices, the creatures wanted to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village. Lidhalran. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion the path will lead us directly into their midst. And I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds, and of our mission. You may consider her an ally. This is giving me vibes of that, This is giving me vibes of the final, town from Crystal Chronicles. Say approaches may have your names. After agreeing, he simply runs off and none of you can remember what any of you were called. Yeah. Here we are. Pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun, in which case... there's a variety of plant native to these parts with a distinctive furled tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all this later, but first you need to help me find some. If a voice calls to you, you under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. What's your name? You have a name? I'm very sad. I could have so much fun with it. That's literally what you just said, Ratty. What is it you seek, child? Perhaps I can help you find it. It's a rude child and too clever by a half. I shall seek my fun elsewhere. I already checked that one, right? Yeah, okay. The sparklies stay even if you've already checked them. Those two. There's one. Oh, here's the looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Visitor, where are you from, pray tell? Perhaps one thing's hard of hearing. Ahem, what brings you here? Stone deaf, how boring. Still, picking plants at our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality. Who are we to turn you away? Stay a while, stay forever. Your body begins to feel heavy. Dig, you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find some looking grass? This is stuff. Thus armed, you should be able to see through the pixie's veil of invisibility, and seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Let's gather everyone and put Urianger's little trick to good use.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
No! We're found! How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look! Look! Twins! How adorable!
Oh!
Lee, with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in El Meg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
You stayed awake for
I'm
7
sure he'd be
nights.
delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we? Should we?
Would we?
What now?
Alice has no
I
time
don't
for any of
know.
this bullshit.
But this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition: that you first lend us a helping hand, or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger, Pixie's honor.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Look at me, I have a task for you. Lidrolon is our beloved village, and we always want it to look lovely, and can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than Everblooms. So here are some Everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere on the village. Simple as dimple, yes? Our precious children are thirsty. I need you to bring them water. Who are children, you ask? Why, they're the leaf men you see standing around their village. Adorable, aren't they? If you go see Longmore Lake, draw the water. Once you have that, give our children a good drenching. Be so warned, the Farah that make their home at the lake, they tend to play rough, so have care. Oh my god, these guys are adorable! Oh, what am I doing? I can just teleport. Long Mirror Lake. Is there a sparkly thing up here? Aha. Let's bring them a plank of wood that has no wood grain. I was asked to retrieve a garland from a tree branch. The wind blew it there, the pixie claimed. Questionable, premise aside, the dragoon's jump would have been useful for this task. The pixies offer to take you somewhere. Take them up on it at your peril. That's the very first thing Urianger taught me. Oh, there's one out here. There we go, J for journal. How very dear to us. They wandered into Ilmeg, stray mortals, but we grew attached to them, decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course. Quest over here I didn't take. I'm so hungry. I may faint. Fruit, a little fruit will set me all right. Would you fetch some for me? Just outside the village, you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render their sweet, succulent burdens. Probably something I need to fight, also. Happiest for flowers, are you? That'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Verbert or Bovert or some such. Sin-eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here, and even the old houses are a touch. Lovely, don't you think? Alright, I have to go down here. You done sowing the seeds? Thank you. This shall help Lidralan live up to its name, which means flower house, in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow Faefolk, we decided to make our new home. The land of everlasting spring. This is our home. It could be yours too, forever and ever. In my off time, I should go and do the attunement quests for Lakeland, considering I now have the final Aetheryte point questy thing. Save me. You saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. You've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things? Hate them. Sin-eaters are dull and painful, both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try and fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. How goes it? Mix of menial tasks and pranks. Pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of... They have no troubles worthy of the name. How long are we supposed to keep at this? They've clearly been playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is always the same. A little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Orianji once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals from the pleasure, for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was linked to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by the means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life into which abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become what you fear the most, brother dearest. How the pixies may have come into being if we leave... However the pixies may have come into being, if we leave them to judge when they're satisfied, they'll never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures. Where to begin? It seems we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Theo, ooh. You know a pixie from before? Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact. You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then summon this Feoul, if you please. Say. Chat in mode say. That's... I have to do it over here. Okay. At the location. Whisperings in your mind. My sapling has finally remembered about his lovely branch, but with such half-hearted call, he may as well lop me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Feoul, I need you. I did that. Oh, please. Please, Feoul, I need you. There's a comma. There's a comma after please. My god, this is... Sir, do you have a fervent call? A sodding log could do with more fire. Oh, loveliest of branches, please grant me your succor. There we go. Feoul teaches typing.
You're late! Late!
She sounds different than the first time I encountered her.
I've been waiting for you to summon me
Never
ever
mind.
since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing he is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Elfino, you are 16. 17.
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke. But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
The appropriate reaction.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Theo Ool, the mold feel. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, he will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of his bag all over your precious village. There'll be cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that, hmm?
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see In Eorzea?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see In Eorzea?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
Okay. I gotta wrap things up here. Work time. Unfortunately. Let's see. It's been a bit since I've raided somebody because I haven't wanted to bother raiding people. Let's see. Like, I haven't wanted to bother raiding people while I've been streaming Pokemon Go because it's just complicated. Not complicated, but just a little bit more annoying.
Well, streaming is like a tool to like expand on.
The Mounting is playing Final Fantasy XIV for the first time. Gonna head on over there. Raid message, you found the missing persons as usual. If you are on YouTube, it's twitch.tv/themounting. I would appreciate it if you hopped over there and said hi. Until next time, I will be seeing you all later. Thanks for hanging out with me.